Our last lesson for today for comma rules, this will be comma rule number 8 for dates, addresses, titles, and numbers. So there's 4 mini lessons all wrapped up in one. Well, let's look first at the dates, because when we name the date of the month and the day, yes, in the United States we write it this way, we separate the year after the day, comma, the year, the comma, continue. But look here, there's also another comma, 3 of them, when you want to name the day of the week, the month, the date, the year, and then continue. So this is for the dates. So on Wednesday, comma, October 1, comma, 1969, comma, I was born in California. So there's an example of 3 commas used when you're writing the dates and separating out the day, the month and date, and year, and then the rest of the sentence. In looking at the next part, we've got addresses. When you need to address an envelope, you need to have a comma between the city and the state. So that's how we do it here. In writing a sentence, there would be a comma between the name of the street, comma, the city, comma, and then the state. So here's for Disneyland. I was just by this area the other day, and I remember growing up hearing the fireworks show from Disneyland. I lived close enough to hear it, but too far to visit. So Disneyland at 1313 Harbor Boulevard, Anaheim, comma, California, 92803. So that's the address for Disneyland, using commas to separate the city and the state. And then we have the titles of people. So John Henderson, comma, MD for medical doctor, comma, has many new patients. So if you're going to name the title of somebody, maybe type of lawyer, a doctor, education titles from universities for the degrees that people have, you can write comma, name the title, and then comma to set that off and finish up the rest of your sentence. Now in my last part, we love commas so much that we also put them with our numbers. And we separate our numbers in groups. So we have the hundreds group, the thousands group, the millions group. And in doing that, in separating with a comma, it helps to us to understand the value of the number. So we've got 1,500 pounds. 1,500 pounds. Now, if we're going to talk about some money, we can say $100,000. $100,000. And then we can talk about the amount of people. 13 million, because there's the hundreds, the thousands, and then millions. 13 million people. Wow, that's a lot. So there's your last lesson for using commas. And yes, there are more rules, but these are the basic ones that most everybody just needs to know.